My name is Jennifer, and this is my SNAPPS presentation. To summarize, Evan's mom is his primary caregiver. She stopped working soon after he was born to care for him. Her husband is the sole income earner for the household and works a full-time job, so Evan's mom is a full-time mom and a full-time caregiver. They seem to struggle most with finances, as Evan requires intensive therapies and multiple medical appointments throughout the week that are costly. Transportation has been a source of stress, as they sometimes require filling up a tank once a week. She didn't outright state they have food insecurity, but there have been times where neighbors and friends made meal trains and fundraise extra money for them. Evan's mom stated difficulty relating to her other friends who have children without disabilities, even crying as she was explaining this. It is evident that Evan's mom is under immense stress, likely feels isolated, and is probably exhausted. To identify some key stressors, Evan's mom is experiencing stress related to financial concerns, social isolation, and the constant nature of her role as a caregiver. One issue I wouldn't want to miss and would assess for is any thoughts of suicide or harm to herself or others, which requires immediate intervention. To look at the impact of each stressor, the financial constraint is likely the largest issue to impact Evan's well-being because the family's income directly influences if he can receive his necessary therapies, has transportation to and from appointments, and having food on the table. The next issue to impact Evan's health is his mother's burnout with being a caregiver 24/7. She states she often ignores her own needs to meet Evan's, but she can't properly achieve this without her own health and well-being. Lastly, I think her sense of social isolation has less of an impact on Evan's well-being, but by causing stress and depression, it will affect how she can care for Evan. To probe, what are your go-to resources for families who have difficulty paying for medical therapy but don't qualify for programs like Medicaid or SNAP? Are there other questionnaires besides the Prepare one that you use in your practice? For a plan, I would like to complete a PHQ-2/9 and a GAD-7 to screen for depression and anxiety. I would reiterate the importance of making sure her health is a large priority for her so she can adequately care for Evan. I may want to refer her to mental health counseling and discuss telehealth options. Additionally, maybe some appointments for Evan can also transition to telehealth and remove some transportation obstacles for them. Because she's feeling isolated, I would like to talk about support groups that she can join so she can find a community with people experiencing similar situations that she can relate to. Additionally, I think she would benefit from respite care if it's possible and affordable for her to have. I would like to talk to her about taking 30 minutes out of her day to focus on herself and give her time to not be a caregiver, whether it be relaxing, connecting with her husband, etc. I would also want to call and follow up with her in 1 to 2 weeks to see how she's feeling and what measures she's taken to improve her stress. For self-directed learning, I would like to learn more about what community resources are available to parents in the local Central Florida area. I've read articles that list out local and national organizations offering support through financial assistance, mental health services, support groups for parents, workshops, activities for kids, and more. It would be nice to have a handout of these organizations available to give to parents with children who have disabilities so they're aware of the support and resources that are available to them.